Good evening. Arnold Palmer once said, "Golf is deceptively simple and endlessly complicated. It satisfies the soul and frustrates the intellect. It is at the same time rewarding and maddening, and it is by far the greatest game mankind has ever invented." Golf has a reputation of being nearly impossible to learn, but today I'd like to show you how it can be broken down into 3 simple steps that anyone can do: the setup, the takeaway, and contact. My father put a golf club in my hand as soon as I could walk. I'm a single-digit handicapper, and I have been following the instruction of the best golfers and instructors in the world my entire life. Many amateur swing faults can be eliminated if you start by learning the key setup, takeaway, and downswing fundamentals that have been implemented by virtually every golf instructor and professional in the world. Jack Nicklaus once said, "Learn golf's fundamentals and stick to them. Band-aid remedies never last." So instead of needing the Band-aid remedies later, let's learn the proper fundamentals right now. The first step is the setup, and it is probably the most important part. And the first part of the setup is the grip. Butch Harmon, one of golf's best instructors, breaks down 2 grips that work. There's the overlapping. The pinky sits between the index and the middle finger. That is the interlocking, which the index and pinky finger intertwine like so. Either one works. It's up to preference, whatever is comfortable. What is important is where you grip the club in your hand. You want to set the club on the ground, facing the target, and you want to allow the club to rest in your fingers and not your palm. So rest in your fingers. Once you have that, place the second hand on. Now, next we have the address. We want to set up athletically. George Connor, an expert instructor, says that setting up to the ball with an athletic posture is a must when it comes to making a good turn away from the ball. An athletic posture is very simple. You have your feet shoulder width apart, your knees comfortably bent slightly, and you lean forward at the waist, keeping your back straight. This will allow your hands to hang just in front of your knees, and that's where you will grip the club, where your hands comfortably hang. This will give you the proper wrist angle. Then you will set the ball just in front of the middle of your stance. Now, the second step is the takeaway. You set up properly in your athletic stance. And this being the first part of the actual swing, we want to keep our thoughts simple. Everything stays calm. My head, my chest, or my spine, and my legs all stay calm. The only thing I want to be thinking about is rotating my shoulders around my spine and keeping my lead arm straight. Like that. This will allow your wrist and club face to stay square through the backswing and the downswing. The proper swing will feel awkward at first because it's unlike any other athletic movement, but practice will help it feel natural, and it will help you keep these simple thoughts of lead arm straight and turn my shoulders. Now that we're at the top of the swing, we want to hit the ball in the middle of the club face, because that's all that matters. The only way to accomplish this is to keep your hands calm and rotate your trail side through the ball. Some players think of hitting the ball with their trail pocket. Some think of hitting the ball with their trail shoulder. The key is it has nothing to do with brute arm strength. We're not chopping down a tree. So there are many golfers whose backswings look slightly different, whose downswings look slightly different. Roy McIlroy does it much different than Ricky Fowler. You find what's comfortable for you and allows you to hit the ball in the center of the club face more often. And what's nice about golf is that you can record your swing, set the phone down behind you and record your swing and see that you have set up and swung with good fundamentals. Now, let's review. Athletic position, proper grip with the grip of the club in your fingers, not in your palm. Simple swing thoughts of lead arm straight, turn, and hit the ball in the face. Rotating through the whole time to generate our power. Now remember, if you've never played golf before, you can practice these fundamentals for cheap by going to your local driving range. They typically have older golf clubs, just like this, that you can rent for free and use there. And if you practice these fundamentals and stick to them when you're not hitting good shots, and give it a little bit of practice, you will then be impressing your friends and your coworkers. Thank you.